Hello guys, this is my Cooler Master HAF full tower case. Like I said in my previous video, I'm upgrading this to a Thermaltake Core P5. As you can see, it's empty. I took everything out, and so I thought I would just show you the empty case. It's a very nice case, by the way. So I may just sell it on the Kijiji. It has the NZXT fan control system. So I'm going to stop here and I'll show you all the parts that I removed from this build. This is my 5-year-old PC in pieces, and let's start with the motherboard. This is an ASUS Crosshair 5, and I did upgrade though the processor a year ago. This is the AMD FX8350. So that's one upgrade I did 5 years ago. I also added a new SSD, the Samsung EVO850. To replace my old MX100. So this is the MX200 that I use to store my pictures, and this is my old MX100. I had two video cards, MSI R6870. These are amazing, like it's all stainless steel. It's very, very nice. Like, this is not plastic. It's just amazing, the build of these cards compared to what you get today. This was my Crosshair closed loop water cooling system. So it looked clean from what I could see in my PC case, but when I took it apart, look at all the dirt on the radiator. Like, there is basically no heat transfer here going on. Like, if I had known that before, I would have cleaned this like 2-3 years ago. And in this build, I was using a Rose Wheel 1000 power supply. So this has LEDs in the front, so you do get a visual indicator that there is power going out. It's also an 80 gold. It's a very nice PSU. And this is the base of my new Thermaltake Core P5. I just started to install the razors for the motherboard, 9 of them. And I'm going to install the cooler system over here. If you'll see, if you saw in my previous video, I can't install a closed loop system in this area because the tubing is too short to get to the CPU. So I'm going to install these parts, and I'll do a video at the end to show all the parts together. So thank you for watching. Bye guys. A quick note, I realized that when I did the previous video, I had not cleaned my processor from the thermal paste from my Crosshair water cooling system. So you can see here, I'm not sure if I can do a proper focus, but this is the AMD FX8350 processor. So I'm going to keep it for now in my new build with this ASUS motherboard. Okay, now on to the build. This is the continuation of my Thermaltake Core P5 build. So you saw in my previous videos, I put all the parts on the table when I dismantled my 5 years old Cooler Master HAF tower case. So it's all assembled now, as you can see, and I was able to put the cooler in the center. Like I showed in my previous video, with this type of cooler, you can't install the fans right here where you would normally install them if you were building a hard tubing cooling system. So it doesn't look that bad. It's okay, but I would still prefer to have the fans over here on top of the vents and in front of the filter, which is located in the back. So I mounted my Rose Wheel power supply vertical. That's one of the advantages of using this case. There's enough room to install the power supply vertical. So if you have LEDs, you have the full lighting effect. I installed on a one card my MSI 6870, and I kept my CPU, my AMD FX8350, and my motherboard. So this is my motherboard, the box. It's the Crosshair 5. It's 5 years old. This is my video card, also 5 years old, but still working fine. And what's good about it is this is aluminum. I wish card manufacturers would keep nice material like aluminum. If you look at the new cards from MSI, for example, the 1060, the 1070, and the 1080, The face here, the plate, it's a lot of plastic. It's mainly plastic. So this looks much better. I wish I could change this card for a new one made of aluminum. So I put my 3 SSDs on the side here. This is my Samsung Evo 850. I wish Crucial put their mounting screws in the back, not in the front, because if you look at the back, this is the view I would have if I was mounting this right side up, basically. So I would see the back of the SSDs. Samsung got it right. They put the mounting screws in the back. I've done a few builds and I have this problem all the time. So here, to have the SSDs facing forward, I had to install basically the SSD behind the bracket. The Samsung is on top of the bracket. Lots of room also in the back for cable management. Lots of room. This big plate here is to mount on the wall. So, but you can remove that if you want. And this long plate here is to mount the brackets for your 3.5 or 2.5 devices. This is an archive drive I'm keeping there because I have files I may want to access one day. And by the way, the third SSD at the bottom is also an archive drive. I have lots of pictures on that SSD, but as you can see here at the bottom, it is not connected. So in my previous video, I was wrong. These brackets go horizontal. I was trying to fit them vertical, but no, they go horizontal, and the box from Thermaltake comes with 3 brackets because you can fit a maximum of 3. So 1, 2, and 3. The height is kind of critical. Like, I don't want to put the brackets too low because then there's a big hole here that you see. And if you go too low, then you'll have a problem with the cables over here. They won't reach. So even here, as you can see, it's a tight fit. They fit like just barely. But Thermaltake did a good job with those brackets. You can install a closed loop cooling system on the P5, but the drawback is you have to put the fans in the center, not here on the side. And on the bracket that is provided for a tank, I installed the control pad for the LEDs for the three fans. So eventually, of course, I'm going to upgrade my motherboard. I'll keep the case, but I'm going to upgrade the card. I'll put a 1060 or a 1070, and I'll have a color scheme that will match, maybe black and red. I had to buy an extension cable here. They didn't have black at the store, so they had this standard white and yellow. I don't know why they still make these. People build with black extension like this one here now, not like these fancy, like not fancy, but odd colors. So I'm going to change that. I'll buy new ones on newegg.ca or Amazon. So now I'm going to install the post, 4 posts in each side. These are the big posts here. This looks like aluminum. They go here in each corner. And there's a sheet of plexiglass that comes here in the front. So I'm going to install that. I'm going to connect everything and see how this works with all the LEDs on the fans. And I'll do a last video once this is all plugged and working. So thank you for watching, guys. Have a good day. This is it, guys. My build is completed with the Thermaltake Core P5 case. So you can see now I put the plexiglass sheet in front of the casing with the posts. So yeah, this is it. You see my power supply, my MSI graphic cards, and my ASUS motherboard. I have 16 gigs of RAM, and this is the Thermaltake Water 3.0 closed loop water cooling system. So it's all installed. In my previous videos, I didn't show the box of my power supply. This is it here. It's the Rosewheel lighting. It's an 80 plus gold, 5-year warranty, which was a good thing when I bought this 5 years ago. It's out of warranty now, and you can see the output cables have LEDs to show that there is power going to the cable. And this is a 1000 watt or 1 kilowatt. When I built my first build with my Cooler Master, I calculated that I needed approximately 800 watts, so an 850 watt power supply was a little tight. So that's why I went for a 1000. Like I had 3 hard drives and 2 graphic cards and Crosshair, so I needed a lot of power. Now I'm going to switch hands and I'll just show here the control box for the fans here. So you have a mode where they can go at high speed. Maybe you can hear the difference in the sound level. You have controls here where you can select colors. Or you have display mode where it will cycle automatically through 256 colors and you can pause. There's a pause button, so if you like a color like this green, you can pause it, it will stop cycling. So this is the build. Very nice case. Top view here, so it's an open concept. You know, you can feel a little bit of hot here coming off here, the motherboard, the heat sinks. My ugly yellow cable you saw in the previous build, which I'm going to replace with a black extension. And yeah, so that's it. Side view here, and of course that's the back plate, which you can mount on the wall. It has the standard TV mount holes, so you can mount this on the wall also. So this is it. It was an interesting build. Now I'm going to upgrade eventually my video card, obviously. This is, like I said in my previous video, a 5-year-old MSI R6870. I'm going to upgrade that and possibly the motherboard also, which is 5 years old but still working fine after 5 years. That's amazing. So thank you for watching. If you have any questions, just post them below. Okay, bye guys.